Okay, good day, everybody. This is Michael Winiger, CEO of Asante Organics. And today, you know what? Today was fun. Today, every day is fun. But today was very special because we had leaders flying in to see the company. And I got to tell you, I guess now is the time, right? We've been around for 21 years. And, there's a little song out there, I was country before country wasn't cool, right? And the thing is we were organic before organic was starting to become a big thing. And then that's what makes you 49 miles in front of the horses before they get let out of the gate in a 50-mile race. Who's going to win at that point? Obviously, right? So we had some interesting things happen here at Asante Organics. You're going to find out tonight a little bit what Asante Organics is and what makes it so special. And you know what? I can just say what makes it so special. We are the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world that has a gut line that was nominated, has products that were nominated for the Nobel Prize in Gut Health, recognized by the NBC network as being the strongest alkalizing products in the world since 2012, been on media, like TV media, right? When we talk about that, we're talking about Extra TV, Access, Hollywood Entertainment Tonight, The Today Show, Good Morning America. We've been on more TV programs internationally than any company ever has, unsolicited. They come here to do the stories based on what we have. Another thing I can tell you, if you don't think alkalizing is really in, my brother and I were able to go and throw out the first pitch at the Chicago Cubs opening game right when we actually got that recognition, because they were all using the products, the alkalizing division, and they thought these guys had more energy. They loved it. They just loved the results they were getting. They asked us to throw out the first pitch. There you have that. And leading research centers outside the United States and North of America, where if you have a imbalance, they're not slicing and dicing and burning and poisoning. They're fixing you, because the body is extremely, extremely it knows what it's supposed to do. If it can get out of balance, if you do the right things, it knows how to get itself in balance. So people go there and fix themselves and come back full permanent recovery. And they not only use the products throughout their healing process, but as their post-protocol processes. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. There's never been a company inside the actual home-based business space that was ever able to have all those things, let alone even one of those things happening, right? And today I'm going to tell you a couple stories, all right? We get a gentleman by the name, he's going to be talking to us here shortly, Robert Blackman. Now, this gentleman was in a product company. He understands. This is the most thing. If you're going to write something down, write this down. He understands this. Habitual, or let's do that over. Everyday habitual commodities. All right? Everyday habitual commodities. No convincing needed, right? And he flew out, and this gentleman was in a product company, and he is now doing he is going around the globe, wherever he's going, doing the Robert Blackman comeback tour. But this gentleman made $15 million in 22 years. His biggest year in a product company was $1.7 million, right? Now, look how much volume he created for that company, and look what it would pay him in this particular company, and you're close to double, if not double and a half. That's huge, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I'm going to tell you the story. So we had some new neighbors moving into the next building, and Saturday I was sitting here doing some work, and I was like here by myself, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, all right, what? Somebody's pulling up next to my car? They want to pick up products on a Saturday? Oh, well, all right. So I open up the blinds, I get everything running, making it look good. It's already smelling good in here because all we do is burn essential oils all day long. And they were going into the next building. So I popped open the door and I went, hello, neighbor. really loud. And they're like, whoa, what? And I'm like, I'm your neighbor. And, we talked a little bit and I asked them if they saw this particular building that we're in. And they said, yeah. But you know what? You got the building one day before we put the bid in. So we got this building and then, so they moved in next door. So I said, well, you've walked through it, but you never seen what was done to it. Come on in. And as we get going, we get back there in back by the products. We got it set up like a store. We got aisles, right? And we get to the essential oil aisle, and she says, "Hey, I'm in this company," which happens to be one of the top two essential oil companies in the world in the home-based business industry. And I'm like, "Oh, ooh," And she's like, "What's up with that?" And then we do some research, and well, it's you got at least a 35 to 40% better absorption rate with USDA certified organic oil. You only got one constituent. It's the oil. It's the lifeblood of the plant. So what do you want? Conventional, where you're going to definitely find, if you microtest it, there's going to be, toxic chemicals in there. Or would you rather be using USDA certified organic essential oils? She's like, oh my gosh. And we got hundreds, she said, hundreds of members that come through here. You're going to see next week, starting next week. It's crazy, amazing. And when they do Christmas, they got like 25 Santa Clauses over there, right? And it is a very unbelievable business. It's a nonprofit for underprivileged families and things like that. And wow. And now she's like, I'm not using that anymore. I'm using certified organic. I'm coming over here. So now today, 2 days late, 3 days later, well, Mr. Robert Blackman came in and he's there and we're talking. And my brother walked outside and said, hey, let's go sneak in here and I'm going to introduce you to the neighbors. So we go into the next building and there's somebody else in there. And then we're all talking. My brother's talking to them. I take this other girl who's second in charge. I go, hey, have you seen what we done over here? Come on. I said, guess what? First time visitor. It says right on the windows. First time you get a gift bag. So she comes over and she happens to be in the second largest essential oil company, which is no good than the largest one. They're both not good essential oils, right? What do they know, right? So she got the education back there because I told her, and then she's like, whoa, sign me up. So just by walking into buildings and talking to them about things really gets people excited, And yeah, we couldn't have had a more fun day with everybody flying in. And you know what? There's a little hidden leader on here. It's his first time here, and on our Zooms. And I'm gonna tell you what, this guy, not only was he one, a big income earner in this industry with him and his wife, they've been in magazines. They are so fit. I mean, chiseled fit, right? And they work with their building in Fountain Hills is like 70,000 square feet of gym and theatrics because they do events. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And to see them here too. And you know what? When you get it, you get it, right? And it's not hard to get. Let's just put it that way, right? And then you got countries and especially governments going, get that out, everything out. We're getting all the dyes out. We're getting all the toxic chemicals out, but they don't have anywhere to tell anybody to go for the solutions. If they only knew we existed, but they will. I can guarantee that. We got some things in the works that are going to maybe happen real shortly here that'll open up the airwaves real quick, right? So, but I want you guys to hear a little bit from somebody who visited us, and you can watch all the little video clips that you want and take the little tour when Jane Orloff came in and did that tour, but it's nothing like being here in person. So let's hear from somebody who was here in person. Mr. Robert Blackman, tell them about your experience today.
Hey, Michael, thanks a lot for having me tonight. And everybody at the Asante Organics home office, you guys are very gracious and had a great time. Got some new swag. I got my new Asante baseball cap on, which I'm going to wear everywhere, and there's one that's for the eat candy, lose weight, ask me Al. So I've got a lot of great things to take back with me to Oklahoma, and had a great trip. And I joined Asante about a year ago and was going through a transition in my life, and I wasn't really prepared to do the things that were necessary to kind of build a business. And I just, tried the products and used the products, and just they became a staple in my day-to-day life. And so just recently, I've decided that I'm going to go out and start sponsoring both customers and affiliates and getting people in the business. And I'm calling it the Go Green movement. And so, it got me to thinking about any time in my life in business that I've started from scratch, which is basically what I'm doing now. I've got nobody in my business, and I've had great success in the past. But I had about a 5 or 6 year period there, where 7 year period where I didn't build at all. I had some residuals that kind of went away, and so. But I got to thinking about all the businesses that I have built, about 3 or 4 of them in the last 40 years. They started with a key component, and that was really what. And I didn't call it a movement back then, but I was calling it in my mind a movement. But it's that I was passionate about something. It was either just the network marketing business model, maybe it was just the company owners, maybe it was just a couple of the products, maybe it was just the fast start bonus. The idea that I could replace my income at work and come home and do this full time, buy my life back, be my own boss. And I've decided I'm going to call this the Go Green movement. And all of the things that I've done in my past, I didn't get a leg up. I didn't have anybody, do anything special for me. I started with me. I sold me, and I sold out. And I was prepared to go forward and build those businesses regardless of the reaction. People's reaction, what they thought about me, what they thought about the company, it didn't matter, because I was part of it. I had a movement, I had a mission. And so I feel that same way about Asante Organics, because not only do they have a great compensation plan. I mean, if you just go watch gogreengetpaid.com and you go watch Andy do the 6 different ways to get paid, it's very simple. And we have a 1-page compensation plan. It's not complicated. I've been in some companies where the compensation plan was like 15 to 40 pages. And I just go, really? I mean, it would take a geometry teacher, a mathematician to figure out how in the world do we get paid. I just want to make some extra money. How can I make 5,000 a month? How can I do this? And so I just want to challenge everyone tonight that, are you sold yourself, either on the products or the business or something? What are you sold out about? What motivates you? What gets you excited? What makes you, what got you on the call tonight? A lot of people aren't on the call tonight. They'll listen to the recording. That's great too. But I'm sold out on the products. In my career, I've never seen any product line like Asante Organics. Never. I keep looking at other companies, and I keep, Googling different things, and nothing pops up. Nobody has what we have, and that makes it unique. And whenever you have the only thing that is out there in the marketplace, then you start to corner that marketplace. The difference is right now, nobody really knows about us. We're on a billboard and outside in the desert in Phoenix. And yeah, we've been around 21 years and we've had some great success. The company has, but it's time for this company to have the greatest success that they've ever had. They're ready. I came today to find out, is the management team ready? Are they ready in their facility? What's the mood? I like meeting people to find out, do I get a great vibe or a bad vibe? I had an incredible vibe today from everybody that I met, all of the management team, all the way down to people, to Betty in shipping, and to the receptionist. Somebody who's just like, what a great culture they have. And it makes me feel good when I go back home that I'm going to be able to say, okay, I've been there. I know I was able to ask some questions. They answer my questions. And every single one of them said, if you need some help, just text me, just call me, just email me, and we're here to help you. Because I know I'm going to run up against questions and things that I don't have a clue. And so instead of waiting for everything to be perfect, for me to know all about all of the products, I've decided to go all in with just the little bit of product knowledge that I had for this last year, which is, the reds, the greens, the shake, the alkaline drops. I've been taking the digestive enzymes in our Phyto Cleanse product. That's pretty much it. Those are the products that I've taken. The other ones I don't have a lot of experience with. So, and I know they're great. And so by coming here, I realized that I've got to start opening up my cabinet and start replacing the things that are in my bathroom, and start replacing the soap in my kitchen, and the cleaners, and the dishwashing, and the dishwasher, and the washing machine, and it's just like, man, what have I been waiting for this last year? Well, I've been kind of waiting for me to be in a better position personally, and now I am. And man, I can't ever remember a time in my life to where I spent a year taking some company's products and then started building the business. Never happened. I always started a program and the products were an excuse to make money. And that's why I'm not making money in those programs today long term, because the products were an excuse. They weren't the main focus. And here I love it because the products are the main focus on personal care, home care, and nutritional. That's our focus. That's our mission. That's our movement, is to go out and to educate people and expose them to what we have. I've been in the business a year and I got exposed to products today that I go, I need to be taking that. I need to try that. I need to try that. And I said, oh my gosh, I got to go out and start making a lot more money so I can start buying more products. So I'm highly motivated after coming to the home office. I suggest if you ever get an opportunity to come in Phoenix to do it, just give them a heads up notice that you're coming or not. They won't care. But they just want to make sure everybody's there to see you. And I know that you'll get a great hometown welcome the way I did. And I'm very, very excited about working with Michael personally, and Daniel, and Dr. JJ and Angie, to go out and to build my Asante distributorship and to take my income to a level to where I never, ever have to worry about my retirement money or ever have to worry about getting a job for the rest of my life. So, Michael, that's back to you, brother, unless you have any questions for me.
No, that was good. That was good. And perfect. And thank you very much. Thank you for stopping in. It was
Thank you.
so awesome to see you in person. This first time we met. We've known each other throughout
Yep.
our whole entire career and never met till today.
I know, it was
You know
great.
what? I'm not
Yep.
going to call this guy out, but I'm going to tell you what. There's a guy, Jimmy Lee. I'm not going to make him. He's not going to talk tonight, but he's a guy too I've known forever, since I had one product, and I saw him and his beautiful wife this in the week. What? No, yesterday. That was yesterday. I came here, and their little pup. So yeah, and more leaders. It's awesome stuff. And then we got everybody here. We're all leaders here. Jane's been here a long time as well. I can see she's on here, Connie. And you know what? Why do people stick? I mean, like, I can tell you the first 5 people that ever signed up in this company when there was only one product, and we didn't know what the vision was, and they're still here, right? So that says a lot. And to tell you a little bit more about the business, because this is about business, and then we're going to let Danny talk a little bit about the timing, because I think when you hear Daniel speak, it's a good thing too to understand right where we're at, because it's we're in a really prime situation. But before that, we're going to listen to Dr. JJ, and he's going to tell us a little bit about he might share a little bit about the products, but he's going to tell you 2 ways that this company pays that'll just knock your socks off. So, Dr. JJ, it's back to you.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Robert. I feel like I've known you for a long time, Robert, obviously virtually, but to meet you in person, it's great. And I want to brag on Robert just for a second. Everybody has this dream in network marketing that they want to find a leader in network marketing, that person that already had a pink Cadillac for Mary Kay or whatever. And that's great. If you've got that connection, you can enroll somebody. But the person that enrolled Robert Blackman back in the day, Robert didn't have network marketing experience, but he knocked it out of the park. He had great experience writing copy. I mean, this is before the internet boom. But not only did he do that, he also had a multi-million-dollar traditional brick and mortar business that he built as well. And the other personality type that he had that I really learned about today is he knew of ways, in fact, he investigated ways to boost his business, his traditional brick and mortar business, tricks and tidbits and things that people weren't taking advantage of. And I don't mean taking advantage of in a bad way. There's opportunities out there. So he sniffed it out and knocked this thing out of the park. And then the person who enrolled him into that company had somebody who became a legend in the network marketing industry. So the point is here, I don't want you to prejudge anybody. Yeah, look for the people that have experience in network marketing. Absolutely. But you might be speaking to the next Dexter Yeager or next Robert Blackman, but yet they've never been in network marketing before. So don't prejudge anybody. Sometimes the people you think who might be duds turn out to be studs. The people you think who might be studs turn out to be duds. And maybe you bring somebody in who's okay or a dud, but they lead you to a stud. And that brings me to our compensation plan. With our compensation plan, we pay you in 6 different ways. And you don't have to pick one of those 6. You're eligible for all 6. I'm going to talk about 2 of those ways. One is called the Endless Team Bonus. Very, very descriptive. You might know it in other companies called the binary. But what's great about our Endless Team Bonus is we've taken all the positives of a binary and removed all the negatives. So in traditional binaries, you have to put one person on your right, one person on your left to be qualified to get an income. We don't make you do that. Now, there is another paycheck that I'm going to talk about in a bit, the matching check, the 100% check match, where you do want to do that. But the binary, if you're blessed, and I'm not saying this happens all the time, but if you're blessed that somebody's building this tremendous power leg underneath you, you're getting spillover, so to speak, outside of your efforts. I never had that, but if you have that, that's great. And then you just start putting people on the other leg, you start getting a check. You start getting a check with the Endless Team Bonus. Suffice it to say, the Endless Team Bonus, you're only building 2 teams, a left team and a right team. That is amazing to me because I came from another company where I had to build 15 legs. 15. And if I built 15 legs and then all of those 15 people front line to me sold $2,000 a month in product, then I could get paid 6 levels deep. Wow. Well, with our compensation plan, you don't have a sales quota. In fact, we want you to just ditch and switch. We don't want you to be garage qualified. Robert and I were talking about this today. I don't want you to spend thousands and thousands of dollars and fill it up in your garage or your spare room. I want you to ditch and switch. I want you to become an educated, conscious consumer, and we're going to help you. And I want you to take inventory of the products you're using that you're putting in your mouth and on your skin, which are going into your bloodstream in a matter of seconds. And if there's anything with toxic ingredients, throw them out, ditch them, and switch them for Asante Organics products. First of all, it's your business. So if you're the CEO or owner of Colgate, why are you buying Crest, right? So you're going to want to buy from yourself at wholesale. All I want you to do is buy the products from us in categories that you're going to use anyway. Personal care products. I know everybody on this call brush their teeth, wash their body, wash their hair, wash their clothes. And then we've got the best organic nutritional products. And then we've got the best certified organic essential oils, the best house cleaning products. We've got something for everybody. So I want you to take the money you're already spending on the toxic stuff, ditch it, and switch it for our stuff. Our products are guaranteed to work as well or better than the stuff you've been used to. And now you don't have to worry about having toxins on and in your body. Now, you're going to build 2 teams, a left team and a right team, teaching that same philosophy. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's that easy. It's consumption, habitual buying, like Michael said. Well, you're going to get 5% of the volume from your right leg, 5% of the volume from your left leg. Doesn't matter if you enroll the people or somebody else enrolled the people, to unlimited levels of depth. Now, I know there might be some professional network marketers on here or people that have had experience before saying, oh, yeah, I was in a compensation plan like that paid to unlimited levels. But what did the small print say? What did the hoops, scotches, gimmies, trapdoor say? We'll pay you to unlimited levels up to this amount a week. We don't have that here. This is the most generous compensation plan in the industry. Sure, it's easy for me to say that. I'm the president. Put me to the test. You show me a trapdoor, gimme, a gotcha, a small print in this compensation plan. You're not going to find it. So you can earn as much as you want. You know, Robert was just saying, people come to him and say, hey, show me, Robert, Mr. Blackman, show me how to make $5,000 a week or a month or whatever your goals are. You can do that with the Endless Team Bonus and more and more. I'm not going to give you these pie in the sky numbers, but you can earn as much as you want because there's not a limit. That's the Endless Team Bonus. And if you're a money person, if you've got an accounting background, which Robert Blackman has, if you understand numbers, if you've got an entrepreneurial bone in your body, this should blow you away because we've got another way that we pay you called the 100% check match. The 100% check match is 100% related to the people you personally enroll, their Endless Team Bonus. So let's just hypothetically say in your entire career in Asante, you enroll 10 people. I want you to enroll 1,000, 1,000,000, it doesn't matter. But let's just say, I don't want to give you a pie in the sky number, 10 people. And cumulatively, they're making $1,000 a week. I'm a realist. I know some of those 10 people are going to be earning zero. I know a few of them might be earning $20 or $30, but all combined, maybe you have one or two good ones that are earning X amount of hundreds of dollars a week. Altogether, it's $1,000. They're each going to get the amount of money they earn. We're not going to take anything away from them. But because you personally enrolled them, you match their checks up to 100%. So now you enroll somebody like a Robert Blackman or somebody that drove that pink Cadillac with Mary Kay or whatever, and they go on to earn $100,000 a month or more in the Endless Team Bonus, and you're matching it. And there's no small print, and there's no limits, there's no caps, nothing. So those are just 2 of the 6 ways that we pay. The residual income, the passive income. You've done the work one time, and then you can expect that check to keep coming in. That check, it's paid digitally. I'm speaking old terms. Because remember, what we sell here, Daniel's going to get into this in just a bit. You don't have to convince anybody to take. These aren't things that you already don't have in your house. These are categories that everybody you know is already using. The only thing you need to do with passion is educate them that the ingredients they're using have been linked to horrific consequences. This isn't scare tactics. We all have cell phones now. We're all connected to the internet 24/7. They can validate this. And if they care about themselves, which I know they do, if they care about their loved ones, which I know they do, then they're just going to simply ditch and switch. And then they're going to organically, habitually order more products as the tubes get low, probably about once a month, just like they would order online from Amazon or another store, just like they would go to a brick and mortar store, and you get paid. That creates passive residual income for you. And this is a willable, sellable business. So you build this once, it's for you for the rest of your life, and then you leave this to your heirs. So I could go on and on. You can tell I'm really excited about this. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to our CEO and founder, Michael Weniger. Thank you, everybody.
That was just 2 ways to get paid. There's 4 other ways. All you got to do is look at the compensation plan, and it'll knock you backwards. I'm telling you, right? And I was going to tell you guys something, and this thing started flipping around. Well, with that, we're going to hear a little bit about the timing and positioning, and and you couldn't have a better situation here. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Daniel, and yeah, hopefully he's here.
All right, thank you very much. So this is our business opportunity Zoom that we do on every Tuesday night. So let's talk about the business opportunity, right? So Asante Organics truly offers a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity. And people will say, Daniel, that's a pretty powerful statement, pretty bold statement. I go, well, let me clarify. The world's going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Because right now, only 9% of the world is green. That is a beautiful thing for everyone on this Zoom from a business standpoint, and a terrible thing for 91% of the population around the world that's using products with hundreds of chemicals in them linked to serious disease and illness. Okay. So you got Forbes magazine, business journals around the world calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. And I want to take a moment to talk about paradigm shifts because it's very, very important how it relates to what you have here. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying a product or device, once brought to market, 7 to 10 years down the road, give or take one way or the other, it's a way of life. Very, very rare. Most human beings will experience 1 to 2 paradigm shifts in a lifetime. The last one any of us could have got involved with was back in 1982, a long time ago. Mr. Jobs created a computer, Mr. Gates created software, and the internet's born. Now, if you were first online selling anything on the internet, from baseball caps to wristwatches to picture frames, you name it, you are a multimillionaire today. And I tell people, go online today, open up your website, your store, selling whatever you like, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none because there's already hundreds, if not thousands of websites around the world selling exactly what you're trying to sell. So timing and positioning are crucial. Here's the power of a paradigm shift. In 1982, I was 18 years old. A $400 investment in Microsoft would yield me $40 million today. Let me tell you, if I'd have known that this thing right here, this computer, this laptop was going to be a way of life, I could have scratched up $400 and we wouldn't be talking right now. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. Look at typewriters. You show me one company using a typewriter anymore. It doesn't exist. This computer is a way of life. Now, again, Forbes not Asante Organics, not me, not Michael, not Dr. JJ. Business journals around the world calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. What are you telling me, Daniel, that the whole world's going to use organics? I'm going, pretty much in the near future. Well, how's that going to work? I go, real simple. The only reason 91% of the world aren't using these products is only one thing. These aren't stupid people. These are architects, engineers, CPAs, all different walks of life. They just don't know that the products in their home have hundreds of chemicals in them linked to serious disease and illness, not chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation, but chemicals linked to liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, reproductive problems in females, cancer. I can go on and on and on. Now, once they know, you can't unknow. Now there's a company that makes all the products that you and your loved ones use every single day, 100% chemical-free and organic. Truly made with ingredients proven to nourish and heal the body when put into it versus make you very sick, because the skin's the largest organ of the body, and anything we put on it enters the bloodstream in 26 seconds, all your internal organs in 8 minutes. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you're putting parabens, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols, PEGs, I could go on and on. Chemicals directly linked to causing cancer, Alzheimer's, dementia. You know, good chance down the road, and you do that for 20, 30, 40 years, good chance down the road you're getting something. Because here's the facts of the matter. 56% of all cancers can be avoided by what you put in you through what you eat. And 40% can be avoided by what you put on you and what you absorb. And you put the two together and you got 96%. You only have a 4% chance of getting cancer if you don't put chemicals into your body through what you eat and through your personal care. Now, we're much more than just personal care. We have essential oils. We have weight loss division. We have the strongest alkalizing vision, the best gut health out there. So you got all your bases covered. You meet someone, they're in essential oils, got you covered. You meet someone, they're looking to lose weight, got you covered. Everyone takes a shower, right? We got the best gut health out there. So everything all in one company and all chemical free and organic. Because look, the world's going green with or without you. So you have two choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you can truly make a lot of green from it going green. Okay? It's one of the largest niches in the world, personal care. Ancillary products, fancy word for saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. They're in everyone's home, rich, poor, in between. I don't care if you make 10 grand a year, 10 million a year. I don't care if you live in Europe, Asia, Canada, the state. Everyone, 9 out of 10, shouldn't say everyone, people wake up every morning, they do this. They stretch on, they get in the shower, they flip it on, they do their thing. They don't think about buying shower gel, shampoo, conditioner. You get out, you dry off, put your lotion on, you go brush your teeth, your toothpaste, your deodorant, We go to work, women put their makeup on. Now we come home, we wash our hands, we wash our face. You should moisturize your face. You go to bed, you wake up, you do it all over again every single day till you die. Every time someone's taking a shower, you're getting paid. So one of the other beautiful things I love about this company is there's no selling. The only one I know of in our industry where you don't have to go out there and try to convince someone to try your product. Because let's face it, there's a lot of shiny pennies out there. You know, a lot of magic lotions, potions, pills, powder, patches. You know, first of all, you have to be a pretty good salesperson to get me to try one of those things. And if you want true residual income for life, I need to stay on that magic lotion, potion, patch, whatever it is, for the rest of my life. And one of those chances. But what are the chances of someone taking a shower every day? See where I'm going with that? So, no selling. What we do here is we educate people on the products that they already buy every single month and they use every single day on them and their loved ones. And once they know what we know, 9 out of 10, they're shocked, they're appalled. Well, Daniel, how can that be? The FDA, our government wouldn't allow that. I go, time out. Let's talk about our government. Well, the FDA, I go, the FDA regulates Food and Drug Administration, and they do a horrible job at that. But let me tell you the facts of the matter. In 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. As crazy as it sounds, nobody regulates your personal care products. Myself and Joe could go and start a shampoo company and use any chemicals we want and put it on the shelves. As crazy as that sounds, that's the world we live in. Why is that? It's an $11 trillion a year industry, one of the largest industries in the world. Because again, no matter where you live in the world, no matter how much you make, people, these are staples in people's lives. You take a shower, you brush your teeth, you wear deodorant. But now we got cancer rates up 300, 400, 500% from just 20 years ago. Alzheimer's, dementia. Let me tell you, 30 years ago, I didn't know one woman with breast cancer. Now every family I know has one or two, and they're in their 30s or 40s, or not in their 50s, 60s, 70s. Okay. Alzheimer's, dementia. Again, 30 years ago, I didn't, my friends' grandmas and grandpas were sharp as a tack, died in their sleep, old age. Now, Alzheimer's, dementia, every family I know. There's a cause and effect for everything, and they're linking it right back to the chemicals in your personal care products. You can read it to your blue in the face, studies done by not Asante Organics, medical schools, universities around the world, our own government. So timing and positioning, crucial when creating wealth. Timing is everyone here early in the beginning, because in our industry, the masses fall underneath you. Okay. And positioning with a company that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life, because the world's going green. So I think I hit on all cylinders. With that being said, I will kick it back to Michael.
And another thing about timing, being on top of a teeny tiny database. We've got a lot of customers. I'll give you that. That's why we've been around 21 years. But now here comes the people starting to build this thing, who have great reputations of building as well. And even if you've never built anything, you're at the top of a very small database. Imagine when that thing has millions of people in it because of the product quality, and they know what they know. Because you know what? Once you know, and you cannot pretend you don't know at that point. So when people walk in this door, just like the two people that were strangers to us today, they came in and went into the back, they got a pretty good education in a very quick amount of time, and they were just shocked. And one of them says, that's it, I'm throwing my stuff out. She'll be here tomorrow. That's once you know, and you can't pretend you don't know, right? And then getting paid to shop and earn cash back on, all your online purchases, converting what you're already spending, and then what you're already buying, and now turning it into earnings. You cannot have a better situation ever. Again, everyday, habitual commodities. And the only difference is 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free. 5 companies got that toxic free certification. We're one of them. Okay. And certified organic and wild crafted Plants, plants, everything. Plants that nourish and heal the body. I don't know what else I can add other than, you know what? Tuesday nights, we're very structured. Tuesday nights, we do this business opportunity Zoom. And if you bring 5 people to the Zoom, just 5, I'll do it with this hand because this is where I golf, right? So you can see the different, you can see it because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bring 5 guests. Even if you know somebody who's not even in the company and they bring 5 guests, guess what happens? You then will get immediately $100 or $150 in product. So you got a whole week to do that because we do this every Tuesday. And then on Thursdays, we do some sort of trainings. Training with Dr. JJ, training with Dr. Becky, training with Jennifer Lee. We're going to be doing a lot of different types of trainings, right? And it's good stuff. And we embed those trainings into the website. So you can actually go, you know, if you got somebody that wants to know something about one of the products there, boom, just go watch that. It's a beautiful thing. It's so complete that all you have to do is just point somebody in the direction. That's it. That's it. And with that being said, I thank you all. We're grateful. We're humbled and we're grateful and we're thankful for you guys being here tonight. A good training coming up on Thursday with Dr. JJ. That only lasts about 10 minutes. And that's it. So God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your businesses. And we will see you guys later. And we'll see you on other broadcasts. Get everybody in the Asante Organics or the Asante Difference, whether they're in this business or not. That's where they can really get some good meat and potatoes, good education in the Asante Difference private community. So with that, we love you guys. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you again in a couple of days. And watch us on Facebook. Later. Good night, everybody. Lord's blessings on everybody.